Today we're having a seasonal beer from Shock Top. We're having their Twisted Pretzel Wheat Beer, which Untappd doesn't have much to say about, but it does have 70,000 reviews, which is pretty good. Average rating of 3.42, and yeah, it's a wheat beer, it's a wit beer, and it's a pretzel. I'll put some fancy words in front of it. It was a pretty interesting flavored beer. I think it's pretty perfect for an Oktoberfest time, especially as October starts in 2 days. But yeah, 5.2%, a lot of ratings. Shock Top is very popular, of course, so let's try it out. Unless it says something on the bottle here. I don't think it does. Oh, it says wheat ale brewed with caramel malt and artificial flavor added. That's it. Oh, also, I'm wrong. This says Shock Top is out of Portland, Oregon. I don't think I knew that. Because I was in Portland a year ago, like today, and I don't think I knew that Shock Top was out of there. I clicked on Shock Top on Untappd, and it said Atlanta. So somebody here is lying, and I don't know who. Hello, Mom. Isn't this the 5th? I didn't even realize it was the 5th Monday of the month. You're right, it is, but it's not the 5th stream of the month. We did take a week off, so I didn't realize that. I probably would have planned for it, but I didn't realize that. And I'm also having this beer because it just so happened to be the one that was cold and in the fridge. I didn't have a lot of planning go into it. So we're not having a non-alcoholic beer today. It's Oktoberfest. We can't have an NA. We could have an NA Oktoberfest, I suppose. Either way. Hi, Mom. We're having this one from Shock Top. It's either from Atlanta or it's from Portland. You know, your guess is as good as mine at this point. I don't know. Let's get it cracked open. I don't think Shock Top's out of Portland. I feel like I would have seen that when we were out there. I mean, we went to Deschutes when we were out there because they had a big tap room in Portland. I'd be shocked if Shock Top didn't have a tap room out in Portland. Anyways, Shock Top Twisted Pretzel Wheat. I haven't actually poured one of these out yet, but it is a very nice color. Ooh. Nice. Condensating like crazy. It's already pretty warm in my office. I'll have to throw a fan in the window. Look at that. A nice dark amber beer. Looks like an Oktoberfest. Seems about right. Let me get my light on. I gotta get new batteries for this light. I keep forgetting. Yeah, the light's a little dim. But check it out. Look at that. It's not even in focus. Yeah, I mean, you know, it matches the label on the bottle pretty well for what color it is. Let me get a photo and we'll give it a taste. Alrighty. Shock Top Twisted Pretzel Wheat. Cheers, everyone. Hold on. Miltiak's talking to someone. Cheers, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm just giving this a good sniff because it smells like a pretzel. Oh man, that's such it's so interesting. It smells like a buttery pretzel. Mmm. It's like the best combination of, it's like a salty caramel beer is the best way I could describe it, because it is caramely, it is sweet, but it's savory also. It's a mixture of savory and sweet. Oh man, it's so good. It's really unique, I feel like. I feel like sometimes when you have a caramel beer, and I've had a few like salted caramel beers before, they're like aggressively sweet and aggressively like syrupy, and it just it's not tasty to me. It's not enjoyable to drink. What's the term we learned last week? It's not quaffable. But I feel like this is. I feel like it's got a really good mixture, and I don't know if pretzel's the right term. It tastes baked in a way. It tastes warm. And I don't want to go as far to say as it kind of tastes like popcorn. And I think that's because of this butter. It's like this brown butter flavor almost. Because I don't want to say it tastes like burnt popcorn, but it kind of tastes like warm popcorn. That's so weird. Now the thing is, I've had long time ago, I had a beer, not to be confused with like Harry Potter. I did have a butter beer. I'm trying to remember what it was called, but it was meant to be like a buttered potato kind of beer. And that was weird. That was weird because there wasn't really sweetness to it. It was just kind of it was just buttery. And I feel like it missed the mark a little bit. But this has enough complexity to it. It's kind of got that deep, roasty, warm feeling, warm taste. And I feel like it's caramel. I think, or it's butterscotch or something. It's caramel and butter kind of mixed together. And it's salty. And all of those combined. Maybe it's not a pretzel. Maybe it's just some like baked good. But I feel like it tastes like salted caramely something. Salted, buttery, caramely, warm. A pretzel. I don't know if you really put caramel on a pretzel. Um, but pretzels aren't normally that sweet either. I guess you can get like cinnamon sugar on a pretzel. So it could be sweet. But very curious to see what some other people have said about this beer, because it's one of those like I can't quite place the flavor, but I know what the flavor is. I've had the flavor before. It tastes familiar. Um it's something that I've had before. I'm used to it. Uh I don't know. I don't know what it is. HBG, what's going on, my friend? Welcome in. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. I just messed up my entire stream page somehow. I don't know what happened. Hold on. I need 1 second. There we go. HBG, what's going on? I'm doing well. Happy Monday. Happy to have you back. We're having this beer from Shock Top. It's sweet and it's savory and salty and caramely and pretzely. A good, really good fall beer. You know, come to think of it, I think last stream was the first day of fall. I think the first day of fall is the 22nd. So, this is not the first stream of fall. This is the second stream of fall. But alas, we're still celebrating. I've definitely been having the urge to do some very cozy cooking, making some stews and soups and roasts. Of course, we kind of got to be home on a weekend to make like a roast, but when we are, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having something like that with like football season. It'll be a good Saturday or Sunday. And that's all I'm going to say about football. I don't really want to talk. I don't really want to talk about the happenings of this weekend, specifically last night. It has. I will agree with that. It has. They're 4-0 again. I think they've been 4-0 for the past 3 seasons starting out. Yeah. Hey, HBG, it's not the worst thing. I didn't go to bed sad. I just went to bed confused last night. Yeah, I agree, Narwhal. That's the hard part. Is like it still gets to be like really warm all of a sudden. Bring back those days where it was like 50 overnight and like 65 during the day. Yeah, it was an odd game. Odd game. I didn't watch too much football yesterday. We were out camping. I did see highlights. There's been so many blocked field goals this year. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how many blocked field goals there's been. Special teams is going hard, and once again, the Packers' special teams is not great. Our punter's good. Our kicker is decent. It's just everything else around special teams that we are not great at. Yeah, it's true. It's also the only way that the Jets beat the spread last week. I care about the spread when I watch the games. So, like, even though the Jets lost the game, they still won because they came within, like, 7 points. HVG, are you an Eagles fan? Fly, Eagles, fly, man. All right. Let me get out my phone, pull up on Untappd, and write a review for this beer. Because I'm struggling to come up with the words that I want to use, because it is quite a unique beer. Twisted pretzel wheat. But also a Packers fan. It came with my birth certificate I got in Green. HBG, I don't think I knew that you were from Green Bay. I don't think I knew that. This whole time, I don't think I knew you were from Wisconsin. That's crazy. I mean, I love that. That's great. Obviously, I'm a fan. I just don't think I knew that. Granted, I'm not asking everyone where they were born. You don't have to give out that kind of personal information, and I'm not asking everybody to. That's wild. I never knew. Pretty cool. All right. What do I want to say about Shock Top? Trying to get the camera to focus. Maybe it is focused. Born but not raised. But raised at the Wisconsin and Michigan border. Ah, I see. Wait, the Wisconsin, Michigan. So you were like raised up north? That's pretty cool. I love that area. There's a lot of good skiing on the border between Wisconsin and Michigan, depending on where in the border. I've skied a lot of that border. That's very cool. That is very cool. We try and go up there at least once a year. That's really cool. Iron Mountain, yeah. I went skiing there 2 years ago. That's not where I frequent, but I went there with one of my buddies because we had a ski pass. And it was great. It snowed like the whole way up there. I liked it a lot. Ski Brule, yeah, it was a good time. It's a nice little mom and pop hill. All right, Twisted Pretzel Wheat. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Twisted Pretzel Wheat. Such an interesting beer. This one has a mixture. It's like a caramelly, buttery that somehow works really well together. It warming but doesn't linger and tastes great throughout. Really a nice surprise. All right. Now the hard part, I got to put a number on this. It is like such a weird anomaly of a beer. It's such like a, I don't know what category it fits in, but I really do enjoy drinking it. I think it is kind of salty, HBG. Maybe that's just because my mind is telling me that it is pretzel, but I do feel like it's like a salted, buttery, caramely kind of mixture. It's not umami. I can tell you it's not that. Yeah, okay, I can't it reminds me of kind of popcorn. I can't quite place the smell, but you know what it smells like to me? It smells like a concession stand at a high school sports game. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like that is a compliment. But I can't figure out what the smell is. But it's good. It's really good. All right. My light is basically dead, but you guys can still look at it for the remainder. I think I know what I want to say. I think I know what I want to rate it. I mean, soft. You can describe a beer as soft. That's interesting. Butter. All right. This is what I have to say about the Twisted Pretzel Wheat from Untappd Brewing Company. Such an interesting beer. This one has a mixture of sweet and savory. It's like a caramely, buttery, salty mixture that somehow works really well together. It's warming to drink, but doesn't linger, and tastes great throughout. It's really a nice surprise. I feel like it is a surprise because you'll see pretzel wheat and you won't necessarily know what to think it'll be. And I feel like this kind of perfectly embodies that. And I bet you could make a really good beer cheese out of this. Is also what I'm thinking. Or like just as an Oktoberfest beer, I think this one's great. I'm gonna give this a 4.25, 4.25 out of 5. I said it was buttery, salty, warm. Bread was one of the flavor profiles, and sweet. Let's get it checked in. There we go. There we have it. That is beer 625 for me, which means our next beer is my golden beer, 626. I'm very excited. I'll have to plan something special for that. I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll see. I got to find something. It's just tasty. It's tasty in a weird way. And here's the thing. I like it. It might not be your cup of beer, but Shock Top's a pretty popular place. You should be able to get this by you, I would think. Go to your liquor store and give it a try. Let me know what you think, because it is It is an interesting beer, and it is worth a try. Um, very much worth a try. So thank you all for joining me for this week's Blues Brews reviews. Next week is our Golden Beer review, so be sure to tune in on Monday. And I'll pick out something special for us to have. And it's our first review of October. Brand new month. So we'll see you then, everyone. Thanks again for joining me. Cheers.